$200 group pool matches. To join these pool matches and other tournaments, join the OBG Discord server, linked down below in the description. Thank you to Graikos and his Tortoises for all factions that are used in all of these competitive matches. Welcome to the next part of this tournament pool play tournament. What did I just say? Tournament, pool play, tournament. That makes no sense at all. You know what I mean. Today we have Jbarbs playing as the Nervii right now, defending, and we are spectating as. He won the last tournament, I believe. That was for $100. This one is $200. So I wonder if he can get the other win here. As Macedon on the offensive here, we have FightMe, who was also in the last tournament. So the odds are right now in favour of Jbarbs, but I'm sure not by much. I think FightMe can put up a good fight for me to spectate today. The siege towers moving forwards, as are the rams. Bringing 5 siege towers. Usually people bring 4 maximum. We've got the rams as well, the archers, everyone's moving towards the wall slowly and steadily. Balance of power is even, 50-50. Who's going to win it? So Jbarbs is more of a, it's a Celtic type of army, the Nervii, a barbarian force, versus the Greeks as a Macedonian force. Or have I just made a political statement? A Macedonian force, but you know, Greek compared to barbarian, if you know what I mean. I'm just gonna shut up on that one. I know people on both sides of the argument. I know it's just one to keep your mouth shut on. They were getting attacked here on the rams by the arrows, and they had to pull off the ram, which could be a bit problematic there. Siege tower making it to the wall. This we've not really seen that much of. An actual tower docking itself onto the wall. Usually they just use them to block arrow fire from the towers. But FightMe going for a different strategy here potentially. Maybe he wants to try and take this tower from the wall. Jbarbs is preparing for that. He's got a swordsman unit up here. He is ready with some archers. The archers do have a good shot. He's made a breach. He's getting all of his javelins in, making good use of that ammunition. But he does have to be careful because the tower is still firing at him here. I'm assuming he wants a bit more space before he charges in there, hence the extra breach. And they have engaged. Who is fighting first? We have the Thorax swordsman versus Celtic warriors. I think the Macedonians should have the advantage here, but they've already lost a load of men due to the missile fire. They're actually just breaking off the combat entirely and pushing for the missile units. Meanwhile, this unit here gets stuck in a bigger chunk of the combat here. They will all get butchered here. These Nervii trying to defend the gate, as FightMe has been able to neutralise it, so these towers are no longer shooting. And does he have to worry about any tower right now? Yes, he does have to worry about this one, and not so much this one yet, but he needs to be prepared to take that. This tower here he needs to do something about, and if I was Jbarbs, I would move the tower forwards. This unit's not doing anything anyway. Just put him up here, start neutralising this tower. That's what I would do. But of course these players are way better than I am. Where's Jbarbs' general? I don't see him. Ah, there we are. So the general safe back here. We've seen in these battles a lot of sacrifices early on with the general, which I think have been a little too risky in my opinion. It's an oath sworn. Very heavy melee infantry. And FightMe has a cavalry general, the companion cavalry. Just the infantry slog match right now. Ah, there we go. Right, units coming up onto the walls now to fight in melee up here. They are breaking here, which is not good. That's not good for FightMe, but balance of power is still even, so it's nothing to worry about too much yet. What he needs, I think, is a unit to charge into the flank here. Get those, you could get a load of free kills, or put a range unit here, get a load of arrows in. Whilst capturing this tower, maybe then put some archers on the walls, something like that. What are these guys doing? Okay, so they don't actually want to fight these swordsmen here. They're going up onto the tower to plop out on this side here. Jbarbs does not like that, so he's moving forwards a little bit to cut any future reinforcements like that off. And yeah, so that unit's flooded down here, causing a problem for them. They now have to pull back. But I don't know if that's really going to help him. It could have... Surely it would have been easier to just charge them down this way, through that gap there. Jbarbs lost a lot of men there, having to pull out. He's broken, but that just allows FightMe to throw in a load of javelins and get a load of missiles in there. The gate is still neutralised, but both sides are fighting for it, because if you can get that on your side, you are in a very strong position. This unit just stood up here. Are they throwing their javelins down? Because that is the perfect spot for them to do so. Nah, sadly I don't think they are. Every now and then you might get one of them throwing it. But I think that's it. Pulling off the wall now. Arrow fire coming over the top. Hitting those archers there. Yeah, he's pulling back a little bit. Maybe he was a little worried about getting caught in some of that arrow fire. That archer unit there is breaking. They've taken a load of hits. They've got 93 kills already, 45-28, whereas Jbarbs archers 87, 97, okay, they're also doing good, 30. Archer kills do mean quite a lot in this, from what I've seen. But you got to be careful of that friendly fire as well, because we've seen a lot of men die to that. And I'm sure battles have been completely lost due to that. What's going on there? That guy's trying to get back inside, but sadly they didn't let him. This lone soldier here. This lone Macedonian. Oh, rest in peace. Macedon breaking again there with their spearmen. That's not what they want. The Nervii breaking there too. It is still fairly even right now. But what one side needs to do is capture this gatehouse. I think that's going to be the big decider of this battle. The general, he's starting to move further forwards now. He knows it's getting to that point. The morale's getting a bit weak. I need to push forwards. He might even be needed on the battlefield. Whereas FightMe, keeping his general back here for now. Still a little farther away at a safe distance, which I think is perfectly reasonable. I'll probably put him a little closer forwards, just to make sure he is having that morale buff for his own troops. What are these guys doing up here? Are they trying to get down or not? Some of them coming up, some of them going down. Alright. Jbarbs running up onto the wall now. I don't know what his plan is here with doing that. But these Macedonians, they are being flanked right now, fighting on all sides. So I've got reinforcements that could come in, but I think they're about to break. And at some point soon, Jbarbs could push Macedon off this circle and start recapturing this tower, which would force it to keep firing at FightMe. That could be a big one. FightMe needs to make sure he still always has troops within this circle here to maintain the neutrality of the tower. And still the arrows are pouring in. Jbarbs losing a unit there. But so is FightMe. Morale does play a big factor in these battles, I think. Jbarbs was able to pull out, so his unit was able to recover. FightMe has not been able to pull out, and now 2 units of his have broken there. That was a very big loss. That is not what you want to happen in this battle, yeah. He lost a load of men there, and the balance of power suddenly tips in favour of Jbarbs. If before it was 50-50, now it's about 55 to 60% in his favour. And to be honest, I think he is going to win this. He seems to have more men. He seems to be about to capture the gatehouse. Yep, it's going back in his favour. FightMe, you need to get your units in here. But it's mostly archers, and they're not going to do much in this melee combat. The tower, once again, flips over to... Ooh, he just neutralised it just in time. But He's not technically on the circle, so the tower is once again on Jbarbs' side. He's pulling out now. The tower's now going to be shooting at them. He's had to put a unit in that siege tower, or he thought about it at least. The general's having to charge in now. He's going all in. He knows this is his last chance. He does not want that tower fire to keep up. He's going all in, the general and everything. But he's going to take a lot of losses. It's a big risk, but he needs this big risk right now. I don't see what else he can do. Is this gate over here wide open? Oh yeah, they're letting some people out, okay. It's done a close, right? Is it? Is it? I'm just thinking, could he have run through there then with the cavalry and then got these guys in the back? That would have really possibly tipped the balance. But Jbarbs once again captures the gatehouse and once again has it on his side. On the side of the Nervii. Macedon cannot do anything about this. And slowly they will have their troops whittled down by the tower alone because there's nothing they can do. FightMe trying to use his archers here to make a comeback. He is getting a lot of kills. But so are these towers. And I don't think it's going to be enough for FightMe. Look at the balance of power. Even more in Jbarbs' favour. He just needs to send his infantry into it now. Maybe send a unit outside as well to fight those archers. But yeah, the cavalry has had to charge in. It's engaging the general. Do both still have their general alive? General recently died for Macedon. General still alive for the Nervii. That's going to be another morale hit, and with that I think we can call it there, I think. Jbarbs got the win. Well done to him. Well done. Let's check for stats. A lot of these units look very similar. 100 kills there on the Archer, 185, 233, 204. But Macedon here, sadly losing. But, you know, they got some decent kills. The Thorax Swordsman, there were a lot of them. Some of them seem to be very disappointing there. Like 9 kills, 27. Yeah, let's load in to the next battle. Same settlement once again, but this time they switch sides. Jbarbs is now attacking as Massalia or something like that. What faction is this? It's got slaves, desert. It's one of those desert ones that I cannot pronounce. I'm sorry, I tried my best. I didn't even write it down. Did I write it down? I even misspelled it now that I'm looking at my notes. I'm British and a bit dyslexic. Please leave me alone. Please forgive me. Anyway, he's on the offensive now, pushing forwards. Defending, we have FightMe yet again, but on the defence now. I think, yeah, his faction is Epirus. Can Jbarbs get the win here? Winning an offensive siege is very important. You get extra points in the pool play, I believe, for winning an offensive siege. So if he does, that basically guarantees he's going into the main bulk of the tournament. He did win it last time, so I do expect to see good things from the attacker Jbarbs today. He's got a lot of rams, only one siege tower. And of course the tower is completely distracted by that. He's putting his general unit in the siege tower, but I think that's fine. His general unit is a Numidian skirmisher unit, which that's very rare that you see. I'm used to, like, the general always being a cav unit. I will always try and make him a cav unit. That's just my rule in my head. The general has to be a cavalry unit. So it's odd for me to see it any other way. Come on, make a breach here as well. You can't just leave this bit of a wall up. There we go. Yeah, smack it all down. There we go. Make a massive, make it into a field battle, basically. The tower's moving around this way. Again, just to distract the main towers here. Is he once again going to try and get onto the wall? I don't think there's any point. It's already on 70% damage. He might actually go for it. Yeah, he's going for it. He's putting some units up here. But he has to be careful. It's already on 73% fire damage. His units are charging in now. Big heavy push in there. Who is Epirus' general? Royal Peltus. And there we go, the The melee has begun. We have a unit up here on the walls, on the gate, another unit on the walls here. I think this is a waste of a unit. I don't think they need to do this with these Desert Legionaries. I don't even know if it will work out for them. But I'll keep an eye on it. One unit for Jbarbs already breaking, but that is for slaves. That is the cannon fodder unit. They're expected to break. As long as the rest hold out. He needs to, like, Jbarbs really needs to push now. Get into this circle here. There we go. I saw him do a big push there. Yep, start neutralising this tower. Stop it from firing at you. And this unit here has won because they were fighting a missile unit in melee. Now they're pushing for the gatehouse as well. What is this on fire damage? You could even get a couple of archers up here. Or maybe just one unit of archers, play it safe. This tower's shooting at that as well. He needs to do something about that. It would have been good for him to have a siege tower on this side as well, to start capturing and neutralising that tower. I also like Jbarb's strategy as well coming from this side. He wants a more open playing battlefield, rather than being forced into a corner choke point. Yep, the gatehouse has been neutralised. That will stop firing now, and he's gonna try and take it for himself. Let's see the fighting on the wall, because we've rarely seen that in this tournament. Let's have a little zoom in here. Beautiful. Is there any point carrying the statue of the horse there? I don't think there's much point. Keep him a little further back. Like, you can't keep the standard bearer at the front. That's a little unfair. Ooh, and missile fire coming in from these guys over here, Javelinmen. That's going to get a lot of kills in Jbarbs' back. He's going to take a lot of damage doing that. 137, yeah. Yeah, that's like 10 kills right there, getting a load of them. Doesn't do too much, but it slowly starts to whittle them down, and then, in the long run, FightMe should win on the gatehouse. Let's have a little zoom in here as well. Balance of power is in favour of FightMe, but only by a little bit. But then again, he does have defender advantage. Javelins coming in. Again, they're being careful of friendly fire, which I like to see. The general, where are the generals here? So, Jbarbs' general, somewhat near the front, but I think he's safe. He's not in any immediate danger. Whereas FightMe's general, living up to the player's name, charging in there, getting really involved, taking a lot of hits as well. Very risky move. Some units have broken over here. Jbarbs needs to keep the fight up on the gate. He doesn't want to lose these troops here, or it will start flipping back over, and he really does not want that to happen. The javelins have now been put up there. That's a good place for them. They can now get hits down, maybe hits at the general as well. An Epirite unit breaking, the Illyrian levies. Yep, they've completely routed. Another unit routing here, another Illyrian levies unit. The general pulling back to safety. Yeah, he doesn't want his general to die, and that's understandable. You've got to keep him safe. What's that swordsman unit doing there? It's 43 of them left. Get them up on the walls, I say. Yeah, there's no point them being over there. Or maybe he's worried that they're likely to break and it might cause a bit more of a chain rout sort of thing. I don't know. He's trying to farm on the rubble here, but I think victory is going to FightMe here. Jbarbs having to send his archers to fight this in melee. FightMe seems to have more troops. He is holding his line quite well. He's got his general safe. He has one on this side of the flank here. He seems to be winning on the walls. But the gatehouse, he's very close to pushing them off of it, although he also has to get these guys off of it. I think FightMe has the advantage. Especially now that I see these two routing. If those two break, I think that's going to be it. Victory. Alright, they're holding on for now. Reinforcements need to come in, but Jbarbs really needs to make the push. I don't know what he can do at this point. It's just pray the infantry can cut your way through. If he had another siege tower, I'd have put him up here, captured this tower, and then if that's shooting for you, then you can do something with that. Maybe try and sneak through with a unit, take over towers, push for the plaza or something like that. I don't know. But of course, it's very difficult to be on the offensive in these battles. A lot easier to defend. And what does he have left on the wall? Not many. I mean, it's 75, but I definitely don't see 75. Oh, okay, now I see 75. They're all in there. The general charging in again. You've got to be careful with that. He's down to his final 56. By a miracle, the general is still alive for Epirus. Jbarbs, his troops are happy the general's nearby, but his general is marching in now. He is getting himself engaged. They are getting tired, the Epirites. The general pulling back to safety. Yeah, you don't have to have him here though, that's a little too far. You could probably charge him in to fight the melee, to fight the missile units in melee. I think he'll be fine to do that. But anything else, nah, don't bother, keep him safe. Safety is the #1 priority for the general. Especially at this point in the battle where your troops are getting tired. Because if they lose the general as well, you don't want it to trigger a mass rout. And his general's charging in, fighting the archers in melee. But who is this? Jbarbs charges through with his heavy shock cavalry. If they kill the general, they're pushing on the flank. If they kill the general now, it could mass rout. They've got a unit breaking here. Jbarbs has an Epirite unit breaking here. Another unit is breaking. You need to kill the general though. Come on, Jbarbs, you've got this. I'm only cheering for you because... I'm not cheering for anyone, but I'm cheering for him there because I do think he can pull this back. He won the last tournament. We already know this guy. He's a good player. And Epirus is losing their general. They are wavering. They are breaking. They are completely shattered. This spearman unit is now breaking. They've heard the news. The general still survived though for Epirus. Where is Macedon's, not Macedon's, Jbarbs' general? Still alive, still fighting well. Battle is in favour of Jbarbs here. This is an incredible comeback. I didn't think he'd do it. But with this cavalry charge here, it was the cavalry that did it at the end. They changed the battle completely around, and Jbarbs has won it. I am very impressed. I did not think he would do that. Well done to his cavalry there. I think it's got to be the cavalry that did it. The cavalry didn't get many kills overall. It was more the legionaries, 2, 3, 4 kills there. But the damage they did to the morale, and killing the general as well. That's what flipped the battle on its head. And that's why you keep your general safe. Look at Jbarbs' general. Full health. I think he lost 2, but he got 168 kills. Epirus, general, slaughtered. But he did get 113 kills, but it cost him the battle. I do not think it was worth it. Anyway, join the Discord, linked down below if you want to play in more matches like these. Thank you for watching.